Greetings, Earthlings. Okay. Can they hear me?
They should be able to, yeah.
I have comments up, but I will still.
I got you.
I mean, you can see it double on screen. That's fine.
I never believe Bob Lazar, but he has.
That's the conclusion I came to. I would say earlier today. We were watching the documentary. What's it called?
Bob Lazar and flying saucers. I have it queued up when you want to just if you want me to bring stuff up.
We weren't watching Age of Disclosure or whatever that.
No, the one we watched was the Jeremy Corbell one that he promoted on Joe Rogan.
I want to watch the Joe Rogan interview because that's where I don't believe.
I have that queued up.
But it's not that I don't believe. I think it. I don't know. When I had the idea for the stream, I thought he was bullshitting, but then the more I researched, I was like, I see what it actually is. I see what he actually is. He basically was a young kid that got hired into this position, saw alien technology, or what he claims is alien technology, and went public to save himself. You're not late. You're on time. So I believe he went public to save himself.
Yeah, because he thought they were taking him out because he was driving home and they shot his tire out.
Yeah.
So he thought
he threatened his wife and him.
Yeah. So he was fearful for his life. So that's why he went to what's that guy's name?
George Knapp.
George Knapp. He went to him. Yeah.
And so, and then he said, "How has this changed your life?" He's like, "Yeah," and he said, "But negatively, like for the worse." So he didn't want any fame, obviously, and that explains the Joe Rogan podcast. Because unless I just don't know, because I've heard it in a different interview. But it was like, he said, "Oh, it's just giving me a lot of headaches." So because that's what I don't believe with the Joe Rogan podcast interview with him, because he was like, when he didn't want to answer a question, he was like, "Oh, I'm getting a headache. I can't think." And I'm like, sure, they probably told you not to talk about that. But then, like, I've heard in a previous thing, he said, like, "Oh, I get headaches." Or no, it's only brought me headaches, but I thought that it just meant like figuratively, you know? So I don't know if that's a thing for him, or he gets migraines or whatever, or he's just using that as an excuse to
Yeah, but in 1985 he went to George Knapp. That's the guy who interviewed him when he came out with the first interview, which I have also queued up.
Yeah.
So
Art Bell and George Knapp were the hosts, I guess, of Ghost of
Yeah.
How long is this?
This is 22 minutes, but we could cut
We'll
around.
just skip around in it.
All ready?
Yeah.
How long were you there?
I'd say about 6 months or so.
And what progress was made while you were there?
Well, we came up with a bunch of
You see that?
reasonably good ideas about how the reactor worked. And one of them was the square base of it was essentially like a cyclotron, which is a small particle accelerator, a circular one. Particle accelerators, linear particle accelerators, are just long tube essentially, and they accelerate particles with high voltage and radio frequencies till they reach high speeds. But a cyclotron does that in a small circular area. And there's this very heavy element fuel, element 115, something that wasn't on our periodic charts at the time.
But it is now.
It is now, yeah.
When did it become on the periodic table now, the way the charts now?
I don't remember. Do you remember when they...
2004, Darmstadt, Germany, I think, is where they first fabricated 4 atoms. They lasted 220 milliseconds. The atoms is nothing, right? And then it later was discovered a couple more times they could fabricate it. Then they...
Stable isotope of hydrogen, but tritium is radioactive. Now they're all hydrogen.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone here like knows the story or seen this or whatever, but he was saying that because everyone worked in teams and no one could like talk to each other, he thought that was not good science because they couldn't communicate with each other, So, but my theory, I wish I could find. I read it in a book about ninjas, where a Jonin, so like a head ninja, would send 10 ninjas on one goal, on like one mission, and and tell each of them that they were the only ones working on it. That was to see who was telling the truth, see who not only who could be trusted, but like see multiple aspects of the situation at once. You know, so one theory is that he's not based he's saying extraterrestrial because he's never seen anything that like humans have done, and he was told that we need to figure out how this is made. So of course in your mind you're going to think this is from this alien technology, right? Because of all the movies and shit like that. But it could be that we made them. Then we are trying to test our own people and try and test our own scientists to see how they take it, see how they can understand it. Or I don't know, maybe like I don't know. There are people so advanced on Earth as it is, but there are people that like they're not alien or anything, but they're like
I look at it like
already doing stuff, and then they want to see how we can handle stuff.
I just look at
That's
this
one
like
option.
he saw something that he
can't
truly
explain.
believes is not from this world.
Yeah.
And he told people about it because he was worried about his life.
No, he told people first because he was excited about it. That's why he brought his friends to go watch the test flights and everything. Yeah. And then when he got in trouble and he got shot at, then he was like, oh, I need to make sure nothing happens to me, so I have to go public. Sup, Kaiju? What else was I saying? Oh, so my theory is that like they all know, or I like to go with that theory of that it's like all of them are on the same mission, but they're not told. It's like it's a tactic. He was saying it's not good science. Like we have to be able to talk to each other. I'm like, but I don't think it's about science in that point, you know? It's like they're doing their own investigating. What was interesting too is that at one point he says that like, oh, when the doors open, he like glanced down the hallway and saw like 4 different other ships, and
because they had all the hangar doors open.
Yeah, one had like a chunk out of it. And then that just makes your imagination run wild of like, oh my god, we shot one down and that one's like has a piece taken out of it. It's like it's such an elaborate, like crazy thing that they're trying to get us to believe, you know?
Yeah.
And also like what I don't understand is why he survived this long and is able to talk this long.
It said at least one of the
I heard that part. Which is crazy.
That's
crazy.
Just
like that movie.
Yeah.
Was the movie with the circle and that Egyptian guy looks like a girl?
A Stargate, right?
Stargate, yeah.
It is Stargate.
Yeah. That reminds me of something I like out of Stargate. But my point was that's why I titled this, or in my thumbnail it says the alien agenda, because I'm like, what is the purpose of getting us to believe this? You know, what is the purpose of doing an us versus them with something more alien than us? You know, is it like some weird version of Tower of Babel where they're trying to get us to all work together because it's like, well, this goes beyond race, it's planetary now, we all have to work together? If that's the case, but okay, but there's still so much fear around aliens. I'm not understanding why, you know, because like people have been like supposedly theoretically killed quicker for saying lesser stuff than Bob Lazar is. Sup, Alpha? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they've just was like, oh, they died under mysterious circumstances, like instantly. But yeah, Bob Lazar's been around since what, the 80s, talking about the same story over and over. Is it because he's spreading misinformation so they don't care? Is it because he doesn't know enough to warrant a termination, you know?
Mm.
Or is it because he didn't see any aliens, just craft?
Yeah,
And
well,
that's why.
they made him. They discredited him.
Well, yeah, but I know. But like, why does he get that and not like? Sure, they shot at him, but like he said in the interview, it could have just been a gang thing.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know.
So I just don't know why he's like lasted saying all this, and other people have been like offed for less. You know. So
Yeah.
that leads me to believe, like, is he saying what? Is what he's saying not that important or wrong or what? And what I did find very interesting is that he was saying that his craft, I think, was from the Zeta Reticuli system, which of course Baron starts. Come on, the door's closed, baby. Oh, he's pausing. Come on. Anyway, he says from the Zeta Reticuli system. Okay, he said he had his own business, but he didn't explain what it was, so I don't know what it was. But that's cool. Come on!
Didn't he say that it was like not of this world? There was no way you could create it because we didn't have the technology or the elements to create it.
Yeah. Can you open the door for Baron? At least a little bit. I don't want him in the hallway.
Thanks, bud.
But, what was I saying? You interrupted me.
Well, I interrupted you with Dan.
I know.
Dan's comment.
You got it? Oh, okay.
We'll just play some of this till you get it back.
What kind of reports did you have to give? Like, so you're not making much progress, right? You're just trying to figure out what this thing is, and it seems impossible. So,
Well, we didn't personally make.
What I found interesting is that he said that his ship or whatever was from Zeta Reticuli, and that's the same star system that Betty and Barney Hill mentioned when they were abducted, which is where the little gray aliens, the one behind me in this photo, are said to come from. So that's a weird. Is he behind you?
Yeah, he's right here. But he said that the craft was for someone half his size.
Yeah, these guys, the grays.
Yeah. So.
So.
He's headed off.
Yeah.
The Baron.
He's right here. He just he was quiet until we started.
He's a real prick.
Hey, baby boy.
I have also UFO stories if you ever want to hear them. If Travis Walton tells his alien abduction story.
Okay.
So.
Do a little bit more of this first.
A little bit more Lazar.
I mean, we were always, there was never a lot of information that we gained. The guy, you would call him our supervisor, his name was Dennis Mariani, and kind of a military looking guy. And he would routinely pop in, during the day and, hey, what's going on, guys? And he would essentially relay any information, anything new we came up with. I mean, he was our go-between, where we presented him the information, then he took it to wherever they were, assembling all the data from everybody.
Now, I assume you're working normal days, like an 8-hour day?
No, it was really weird that I would be only called in on certain times and certain days, and they would be weird hours too. Most of the time was later in the evening. I mean, I can get a call at 11 o'clock at night and they'll say, it's now 11 o'clock.
What?
By 11:45, you need to be at the McCarran terminal, and we'll let you know when we have more information.
But what did you do while you were there? If you're looking at this object, this reactor, and you can't figure out what it is or how it works, other than the fact that it works on this element that we don't even know about.
Sure. I mean, the thing was what you do in, with anything, if you're trying to analyze it, all you can do is perform tests. And all we did is try and come up with every kind of test we possibly could. I mean, we tested, it violated a lot of what we thought was impossible to violate. I mean, one of the first laws of thermodynamics, I mean, essentially any machine, any device that operates always makes extra heat. Nothing works at 100% efficient. Even the headphones you're wearing, anything that takes power, some of that power is going to be converted to heat, and it's just wasted. This didn't. I mean, we looked at, back then we had infrared cameras. They're different today, but back then you had to pour liquid nitrogen into the camera to cool the sensor down and get these infrared images you've seen. But it never got, no matter what the load was on the reactor, it never got above the ambient temperature, which is impossible. I mean, you're, pulling out huge amounts of power and nothing ever gets warm. We tried measuring magnetic fields and there was nothing there. So we started playing around with the emission from the emitters, the gravity wave itself, and saw what we could do with it and how it was focused. So we really spent all our time just trying to see what the stuff can do and what we can control.
So you were seeing what it could do, but you couldn't ever figure out how it was doing it.
No, not really. I mean, we really could only use come up with a best guess. And now I can't say that I could absolutely state for certainty how anything actually worked.
Now, how did you know at all how they were piloting it? Because they were doing some tests where they were having these things fly around in the sky, and this is what gets us deeper into your story.
Right. I was out there for one test. Right. In fact, I was with Barry in the lab, and Dennis came in and said, we're about to run a test. Why don't you guys come out? Or I think he said, Barry, why don't you come out here and bring Bob with you? We went out there and the craft was already outside the hangar and was just preparing to lift off. Now, they were in communication with somebody in the craft.
So there's a person in the craft?
Yeah, there was certainly a person in there. Now, it's not a comfortable place to be in because it's small. So the guy has to be sitting on the floor in the middle, my best guess.
And this is the same specific craft that you worked on? Because that was the only craft that you were in.
The only one that I touched and worked on. And it quietly lifted off the ground, which was incredibly impressive to see.
Quietly or silently?
Well, quietly, because it
make some sort of a noise?
It produced a little corona discharge from the bottom. A corona discharge is kind of a high voltage brush, little bluish glow discharge. As it was lifting off the ground, you can hear a slight hiss sound. Now, as soon as it cleared the ground by about 5 or 10 feet, maybe even less than that, the hissing stopped and the blue glow disappeared. So it lifted off quietly and then it hovered silently, if you want to be specific.
Wow. So then what kind of maneuvers was it doing?
It took for that particular time, it took off, moved a little around to the left and right, and then sat back down. The craft itself, they communicated with it with because I saw the guy talking in a regular VHF radio to the person in the craft. And I even saw the frequency that was on the frequency counter of the communication, the transceiver there. But what's weird is he shouldn't be able to communicate with the craft with a radio. The radio wave should bend around the craft. I mean, it shouldn't be possible. Every single thing about the craft and the way they operated didn't make any sense to us. I mean, that's something we talked about for a while after.
Why should the frequency bend around the craft?
Well, you really have to look at the way the gravity wave comes out of the craft. There's the reactor's in the center, and there's a waveguide that goes up to the top. There's actually a small appendage that sticks out of the top of the craft, and it produces a heart-shaped gravitational distortion around the craft. Now, if the craft is sitting in the air and you walk underneath it and look up, you actually cannot see the craft. The light bends around it. You're bending gravity, bends light. It bends radio waves. It shouldn't be possible to communicate with a craft that has an envelope around it that's distorting all forms of energy. But they were apparently in contact with it.
Somehow or another, through some unexplained way that they didn't bother explaining to you. Mm-hmm. So this thing gets up, it just does some very simple maneuvers, left, right, goes down. And did they discuss this with you? I mean, they said they wanted you to see it.
No, they just wanted, they didn't discuss anything with me. It it sat down. We looked around for a bit, and Barry said, "Let's go back." We went back in the lab. All we got to do was see it. Fast forward to some months later, I did have the test flight schedule of the craft. Now, they had times they had designated high performance tests. This obviously wasn't one that was a high performance test. The high performance test goes above the mountain range, and they do much more radical moves with the thing. Look, this is a prized item, and they're not doing anything like taking it out of the atmosphere or flying around to other countries or anything like that. They just play with this thing right over the test site. But they were doing some radical moves with it. And since I had the test flight schedule, statistically, the amount of traffic in the surrounding areas on the highway was lowest on Wednesdays. And that's why Dennis told us that all the test flights occurred only on Wednesdays, because it'd be the least chance that anyone would see what's going on.
And this was before the government had expanded the forbidden territory around Area 51 and Papoose Lake and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, I think that occurred after my story came out. Then people started going up on the mountaintops and trying to look down into there, and they kind of freaked out and then did the land grab and pushed everybody back. But yeah, I think all that occurred long after that I came out.
Hello? Can you hear me? You can hear me?
That there was a person that was okay. I can hear you. Thank you. There's a person sitting in the craft, piloting. I wish that's the most interesting part to me, because it's like, how is he piloting it? They didn't say that, and I think at one point he said, I don't know if it was in that. It wasn't in what we showed just now, but I think it's in the same interview, just like later before or something, that I think he went inside and said that everything was like melded, so that there was no like edges, there was no like, what's it called, like welding things. You couldn't see anything, so it was just like smooth on the inside. So he didn't say anything about like a way to pilot it like how we pilot things. So I would like to know how they pilot it, unless it's with the mind, which I feel like they might have said. I don't know, I've seen so many interviews, they all just meld together with different people, but could have been like mental piloting. I don't know, but I found that interesting. And it's still, he said in another thing, it was a documentary that we were watching, that he never saw, heard, or like anyone insinuated about aliens, there being bodies, or anything like that. So, is that my biatch? Virgo. Yay, you're not late. That's okay, Dan. And JMK, you're not late either. And yes, that was really cool. That's not how they found him, because he sent a resume to the guy that he went to a talk to. And then they knew him from the rocket car because he was in the paper, which is pretty cool. But that's odd to me. Like, why would they? Like, that's not really discreet, to have a rocket engine in your car that you take to work all the time. That's not discreet. So if you wanted, I wouldn't hire someone who I wanted to be part of a top secret project that flaunted his like mechanical abilities like that. That has always been odd to me that they would hire him for a project like that. when he was on the front page of the paper for that. Roughshod. That's fine. But I don't know. My theory is that it's has nothing to do with aliens and is possibly just like the government testing its own people, or that we're testing how humans react. We're testing how our smartest react to technology first, so that they could see how we would react, the average person, when they disclose everything, if they do. That's my theory. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? We'll take a break for comments. I think someone else said, yeah, this. I think it's, well, in that he said that it was added now. It was new at the time. But it was also interesting was that in this documentary I watched, I think it's called Bob Lazar, Full Disclosure, something like that. Where'd I go? Oh, there I am. That they found the photo of the thing where he would like put his hand on. It just reminds me of Men in Black. I think that was how they like signed in or something like that. I really don't think aliens want anything to do with us. Honestly, I don't want anything to do with effing other humans most of the time. Just look at how they drive. That's just driving, you know? They definitely were. Yeah. That's funny. But, what was I saying? Well, anyway, my point of that, at multiple points in the documentary, not the documentary, that interview with Joe Rogan, he says like, oh, I'm getting a headache. Or like he'll just stop when asked the question, like a question I really wanted to know the answer to. And he'll be like, oh, I'm getting a headache and it's hard to remember, whatever. And he just won't answer it. And he's with another guy, and I it's the same guy who directed that, I think. And I just feel it's like the guy protecting him. He's like his PR agent telling him what to not say. I'm like, just say that. Don't pretend that you have a headache. It's just like, that's what made me not believe him. How they did that. Sure, it could be true, but it happened too many times at too many certain questions for me to think of it as a real headache that he was having. What was the other thing? It's weird about the Zeta Reticuli that both this one and the Betty and Barney Hill thing. However, I don't. It's like the Zeta Reticuli are like I said, the ones that look like these, the gray aliens. So they say they're bad and they work for the government. And I don't like all this like fear mongering stuff. It doesn't really help us get to the bottom of things because it's like, oh, it's bad. That's another thing. I'll probably do another stream for that. But why are aliens always depicted as bad? You know, it doesn't make sense to me. And I mean, I'll do further research, but I always like to like ask people like name a movie where the alien was good. I guess E.T. There's a couple other ones, but you could probably say Arrival. The one where they talk in like that big circle with like ink blots. Because I don't think they attacked anyone. They just were just trying to communicate. I feel like most other ones are where the alien is trying to attack people. So that combined with Lazar's story and all that stuff, it's just like I don't like the agenda that it seems to have. All this like they're making it seem like someone has to be the bad guy, whether it's the government or whether it's Men in Black 2 rep shot. Whether it's the aliens or the government is what I meant to say. They're trying to make into an enemy. I don't know why. Do you mean with the guy who could like see all timelines or whatever? He was good, but there was the bad guy that was chasing them, wasn't it? Wait, that was 3. I don't know if that was Men in Black 2. If that was Men in Black 3, I don't remember Men in Black 2. But try and keep naming them because I feel like there's not that many movies where there's good aliens. But I basically did this stream because I wanted to have a discussion of what, not necessarily who's telling the truth, but why is the narrative how it is. Good is a matter of perspective. The predator likely doesn't see itself any different than big game hunters or people that get rid of hogs or coyotes. Okay, I guess by good, yeah, I said E.T. Dan. That was the only one I could think of right now. By good, I mean coming in peace. Or like not wanting to harm, not wanting to take things, or like good, I would say, is like wanting to communicate or help. That's what I mean. Paul wasn't a bad alien. Oh wait, Paul for sure was a good alien. It was government took advantage. He just wanted to go home. Is that from that show? I don't know what the show's called. I don't know. Alf, he didn't have. If he didn't have that thing about cats, though, I know, which is insane. But also, he would just eat them. It's not like right. That was all he ate. And what year did Alf come out in? From the movie, Paul. Okay, I've never heard that. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I saw that, but I don't remember the aliens of that, I think. Paul, but the movie was called Paul too. Yeah, I never heard of it, and I never saw that movie. So I don't know. But yeah, what they say, Paul sure was good. The US took advantage of me. He just wanted to go home. That's like E.T. though. It's like weird that like everyone has to be a victim somehow. Like either the alien has to be the victim, we have to be the victim, and the aliens, the government's the bad guy. Like there's like 3 options. It's like why can't we think of like why can't they be seen as like possibly being good and trying to help us, and or just wanting to communicate or just wanting to be peaceful? You know, I don't know why. Obviously, that's in certain things, in certain movies or whatever. But like, my point is, why is the general consensus, I guess, is a term? Why is that so negative or scary? You know, weren't the aliens good in both Enemy Mine and Last Starfighter? I've never heard of those movies.
I think Last Starfighter is they're good, yeah.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
E.T. was a good alien too.
That's what I said, yeah, and Dan said that.
Ewoks. They technically came to Earth at one point in the movie.
You hope the positive encounter between guys.
Mac and Me, Dan Alton.
You guys are saying movies. Can you close the door, babe?
Great pull.
Or saying things I've never heard
can you
before.
just not close it all the way? Just
just like
just right to the door frame. That's all.
Yeah. All the world's governments want the alien technology, don't really want to share it, even with their own countries, so the quieter the better. Yeah.
That's sick.
Well, that goes with what I was saying, Rafshad, where it could, I don't know if we made it. I don't know if we just found it or we took it, and we are now wanting to disclose it, but we want to see how our people or other people take it. You know? I don't know. That's my theory with Bob Lazar, is that I'm going with the ninja theory, where the Jonin would send out like 10 different ninjas to all get a different perspective there, and they didn't know about each other, because that's what he said the scientists were. Batteries Not Included is one of my dad's favorite movies, I think. Flight of the Navigator sounds familiar.
Batteries Not Included is a great film.
Government was, see, again, who's right then? Who is the good guy? Is our government the good guy? Is our government trying to protect us? I don't think anyone believes that anymore, which is a shame, because it could be true, but it could be more misinformation. I don't know. You know what I mean? Define life, Ken. Also, thank you for coming. But like, yes and no, because if you read the Bible, it clearly states that there's other everything. That there's other people outside of the Garden of Eden, because when Adam and Eve leave, they discover other people. They acknowledge the presence of other gods. That's why they say Baal, and that's why they say, you have no other gods before me. You're saying there's others. You know, so they'll just look into those lines of scripture and be like, oh, wait a second, you know. I don't know well enough about the other religions to say anything of that, but I would like to do another like analysis of that too, because I would always like to see how, like, I just know the most about Wicca, so I would like to like study Wicca and how that would evolve to being a, like, what it would look like when we know that life's like on the moon, because the moon is supposed to represent the goddess, right? So it's like, okay, now that we know there's life there, how does that affect the goddess? Stuff like that. I think that would be a cool thing to talk about and think about. What tensions they came for our return. Yeah, that's the point. But if that's the case, isn't it it could just be a giant metaphor? You know, everything could just be a giant metaphor where we're just trying to figure ourselves out. I don't know. But also, whenever I see shit on the news nowadays, I just think of the quote, "All the world's a stage." You know, where like if you look into it, if you look into the paper trails and contracts and all that stuff, everyone's working with each other. Everyone has deals with each other. Like, in reality, there's no like borders. There's no. It's all like a smokescreen, you know? It's like we don't know anything. It's like, oh, we know this person is like this person. Do they, or are they acting for you, for the public to see? You know, it's like it's like reality TV. It's like, oh, look, they're fighting. It's like that was scripted. We don't know. But yeah.
So you're saying that the government is showing us what it wants us to see?
100%. I think that as an example, America and Russia are saying they're enemies, but really they're not enemies. Well, we know that for a fact for certain things of like trades or whatever, you know? It's like I used to believe that JMK, where it's like, oh, you know, whatever's true is what they diss a lot. But I don't even believe that anymore.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everyone.
Yep, I don't trust the government at all.
Yes, but also you have to question that as well, because before what was it, 50s or so, 50s, 60s, 70s. Before that, we like trusted everything they said. Then all of a sudden, it switched. What if the switch was on purpose? What if they didn't want us to believe anymore, so they could do stuff and be like, "Well, I don't trust them anyway," you know? And then meanwhile, I was like, "Well, they don't trust me, so I could do this." You know what I mean?
And they don't trust us, so we could tell them that aliens are real. They're not going to believe us.
That's what I'm saying.
Flip the script like a little reverse psychology, if you will.
Why do we say we don't trust the government now, but we trust them when they're saying aliens are occurring? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a weird thing because like we don't trust anything the government says or does. But now you got high-level pilots and military people saying, "I saw this. This is not human." Blah blah blah. We trust them now. Why? That's funny.
That is true. Killer whales do start. They all of a sudden now decided to start attacking fishing boats and shit.
That's because they smartened up and they realized that humans are the problem.
Or maybe they know that something is coming because humans are doing something stupid.
Well, yeah, we're affecting the planet.
And they're trying to stop us.
So yeah, that's just my main question now. I like that question. It's like, why do we trust the government now when they're telling us aliens are real or aliens are a possibility? Why now? Or why is that the tipping point? It's like, oh, well, let's believe them now. Oh yeah, it's interesting, but it just to me now, when people come out with stuff, it's just another square on a Rubik's Cube, in my opinion. It's like, okay, you told us that, now what? I'm not making up an opinion now, you know? It's like, okay, that's another shade of color in the painting. It's not to tell me anything.
Mikey posted a comment, but it didn't pop up on your thing because I had to put it through. So I'm gonna read it here. He goes, "I still think we weren't from here to begin with. I think the Greys dumped some retards on this blue marble and have been watching us fuck random stuff up for thousands of years as entertainment."
That's funny. Yeah. That's your theory.
Yeah.
That was literally your theory.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said,
it's all about controlling the narrative.
Yeah.
It's like what's censored on YouTube, what's allowed on TikTok, what's not allowed on TikTok. It's like, you know, all you got to do is.
So what do you do? Do you trust them or do you not trust them though? Because they fucking turned it so far upside down and then backwards and then inside out that what do you do?
I don't think it's about trust. We don't need to trust anyone.
What I'm saying though, if something happens, let's say next month, they say that thing that was heading to Earth is an alien ship, and it's apparently going to come into Earth's atmosphere on May 31st. And on May 31st, something happens. Do you believe it, or do you start to claim it's that Project Bluebeam?
Well, I will 100% claim Project Bluebeam. However, I will prepare for the shitstorm of idiots panicking. Because look what they did the pandemic. I think that was another thing. They did the pandemic around this time to see how people react to simple things.
Yeah.
Oh, please say your response, Dan. But look how people handled or didn't handle the pandemic. You're going to tell people now, only 6 years later? Third of people won't care. Third won't believe it. Third won't even know about it. Yeah. I like that.
That's crazy.
But like people now, if it doesn't affect your everyday life, who's gonna give a shit? A lot of people, nowadays would I know a few people who would welcome the effing end of the world, essentially, you know, with like but you know, like they were like, oh yes, fine. It's like the people who want the rapture to happen so bad, it'd be like those people. They'll be happy. The other people will just question their reality, possibly lose their mind, possibly off themselves before it happens. Because people do that all the time for any little news.
I think. Can I give you?
Sorry, I had to reboot.
Yeah, can I give you an assessment of this comment?
This one, yeah.
Or my fantasy booking on this comment. I think that those resets were because they tried multiple times. They brought in different races and put them on here and say, let's see who gets where they go like the fastest. And then like dinosaurs just weren't they weren't cutting it. It was all right, just throw a rock at this fucking thing. Let's start again. And they throw a rock and they, all right, now let's throw monkeys down there and see how they evolve. Okay. And then we got a certain, and then we're like slowly until we get to a point where if it's like World War III and shit, that's when they're starting, like, you know what? They're starting to kill each other. They won't get out of their own way. Throw a rock. We gotta restart. They're too stupid to let it.
Well, I mean, the Bible had the flood.
Yeah.
It had Sodom and Gomorrah took out quite a few. Oh.
Hey, Largo's here.
Hey.
Thank you, Jim Largo. It's good to see you, bud.
Thank you, everyone. 12 people.
Yeah. I think those resets, if it was like aliens watching this planet as entertainment, they were just like, yo, let's try something new because this is boring now.
The pandemic could have been a possible reset.
That's what I'm saying. They throw things at us to see.
Yeah.
We need to like corral them. They're getting to it.
But however, I like to challenge that theory you have because it's giving too much credit to us. You know, we're just saying we're too.
I'm of the
our
belief.
Our egos are so big. We need to be humbled. Oh my
God.
No,
but it's not even that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like I believe in happy accidents, and I think sometimes we do things by accident. We don't even realize it, and I think they know because if they're watching. Now, of course, this is just a theory. I'm not saying this is fact, but I'm saying if like aliens are watching us, okay. And we accidentally figure something out, like you fuck the system up because all of a sudden we accidentally figured something out. That's when they corral us back in.
That's what Mikey said.
You know what I'm saying? We got to rewrite the script here. We got to write it to our own thing. Yeah. Yeah. And they just cause little events. And they just were like, all right, hit them with the tsunami. Hit them with this. They're getting too far. They're figuring something out. We need to set them back a little bit.
So you're saying it's the Tower of Babel?
Yeah. They're just controlling. Like I don't want to marvel this, but like the fucking the one who remains controlling the timeline so that it goes a certain way, so that it doesn't spin out into something crazy. He doesn't have to deal with a bunch of shit. So it's like they're just kind of controlling us in a way where it's like if they just grow at this pace, they'll be all right. But if they get out, if someone figures out a certain,
we're kids and the parents.
Like we're very young. We're very young to these races and shit like that, because they're obviously far
more
advanced than us. Because if they're in ships that are just zipping around space,
they're creating their own gravity field.
That's what I'm saying. If they're that far ahead of us, then they're literally watching us because we're just literally a science experiment, and it's just literally them looking through a fucking microscope, just watching us as we go. And it's like we have to keep it this way. So it stays. We want to see the growth. We want to see how far they can get on their own. We can't. We'll sometimes pop in, and if we get seen, then they won't believe it because they're so primitive. Because they're not there yet. Because they're not smart enough to create warp technology to get to us, and they're not. Their brains aren't advanced enough to believe that. Because, like you said, their egos are so massive that some people actually think they're the only. Then there's nobody else out there. It's just them. You know, so
but yeah, what I'm saying also is, I think our egos are so massive that we need something that we think that we are going to.
This is what. Okay, now this is why it plays
in. I didn't finish.
Okay, go ahead, because I want to get to this. But go ahead.
I'm saying that the idea that we need to be corralled by a higher race is also a very big ego concept. Makes us seem very special again.
No, I think so, but I think we are, because we're primitive. They're studying us. We're like a new thing. Like it's like when someone in biology finds a new life. Like, oh, we've just discovered this new creature in the sea. It's a new fish. It's like a major discovery. So they're just watching us to discover things. So this is how they figure this out. Look at this. They figured out tools. Look, they're finally figuring out computers and stuff like that. And so. But that bomb thing, that the atomic bomb that Roughshot said when he goes, they started paying attention to us. I think they were like, if we start seeing these events everywhere, we got to throw a rock at it. So that's why all of a sudden they started showing up because they started to watch closely.
They're like America with other countries.
Yeah, they're like if they start
we
to
see you getting nuclear hot.
Yeah.
Do we gotta go in there now?
throw a fucking rock at it, start again.
So okay, so you're saying aliens are our police and our parents?
I think it's like yeah. It's like you can't get out of. We can't let you get out of hand. We want to see how far you can get, but you have to do it a certain way.
Yes, Ken. But for what I've heard Lazar say, that the ships are creating their own gravity field. I think it was even from another abduction story that they're saying that it might have been Travis Scott. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. But someone said that these ships are creating their own, essentially, well, gravity field, but like time and space is different inside the craft and inside the field.
Yeah.
That's why we can see them doing crazy maneuvers, but like inside of it, it's either slow-mo or doesn't have G-forces on the people.
I think the underwater shit, I think that's a checkpoint base for them. When they come here to this atmosphere, they just go right down there and hide.
Well, I assume it's because
we can't get down there.
Deep water is just like space with all the pressure and
yeah, we can't get down there, and they know we can't.
The ocean is probably as close to space as we have on the planet.
Yeah.
Than any other.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, to me, they go hide down there because their ships can take it. Because obviously they have warp drive to fly through wormholes, or whatever the fuck, however they're traveling, right? I believe that they have the ability to go down to the deepest part of our ocean so that they can't be seen.
That's what I'm saying, because it's like space.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They might they might be like, wow, this is fat. We have to see how this plays out.
But again, I want to play devil's advocate and saying, what if I think my thing is also, what if we just love to entertain? Yeah. No, the videos they have are crazy. My devil's advocate point is, I don't think us humans it's like how the human brain can't comprehend its death. I think our human brains and our human egos cannot comprehend us being too special. Not special at all. I mean, not too special. Average, ordinary. Because if there's higher life forms, let's say aliens are so advanced, we're nobodies. Even at our level.
But what if
we're nobodies?
What if? Okay, let's go deeper down this weird.
Hold on, let me finish.
All right.
Like us being like, oh, we're so important that we need to be policed. It's like, if they have ways to fly in their own gravitational field, something we can't even understand gravity ourselves. We just see the effects of gravity. We don't even know what causes gravity. We don't know anything about gravity besides what it does. And these creatures, this life form that creates these ships that create its own gravity, something which we can't even comprehend in the first place, it's creating something that we don't understand. Why are we thinking that we are even on their radar?
Because I think they put us here because they needed to study us.
No, I think we are basically what's it called?
Microorganism?
Compared to them.
I understand that, but what I'm saying to you is they are studying us because maybe they are trying to create something special. Do you understand?
And I'm telling you that this universe is probably so populated, like how our Earth is populated with so many germs and bugs and fish and animals and all that shit, so much on just this planet alone, that if you just quadruple, thousand, million, billion, triple that with space, we are nobody. Because if they're trying to plant seeds of other races, there's probably way advanced gardens.
What if it's a race of what's another? I just crazy we're going down this, but let's do it, right?
That's the point of this instance.
What if there's a race of aliens that need us to create something on this planet so that they can come
farming
here?
Us.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why they're watching us. That's why we're special.
Well, yeah, no.
Because-
It's no more special than one cow on a dairy farm. You're like, that's Bessie. She gives me some good milk. But you know, I got this one over here that's gonna give me meat. I got this one that's gonna give me this cheese. You know, you're just Betsy on a whole effing dairy farm. We're just Betsy on the dairy farm of space. What I'm saying is that we need to like bring our we need to get like we're not humble at all. And again, if we're trying to contact higher people, thing, you better first of all, how do you go to someone smarter than you and be like and have any ego whatsoever? Someone that could effing just annihilate you in the blink of an eye, you wouldn't even know that you ever existed in 2 seconds if they wanted to. You're gonna be over here saying, "Oh, well, we're so great. We humans can do this, this, and this." Like, you know what I mean? It's like we're not even humble enough to effing talk for them to give us time of day.
That's why.
That's why their ships are going away.
I don't know. I think there's something that they need us to do.
But JMK, that's still being very prideful and egotistical. Of like we're novelties. We're cute little dogs. I'm saying we're not even that.
I think this could be ego, but I think we surprised them.
That's ego.
Because they saw, but listen, they saw the dinosaurs hit a peak, and you know they saw certain civilizations get to a point, and because they hit. They're like,
well, the dinosaurs were huge.
But now we've gotten.
So they were like, nope, that's too big.
But now we've gotten to a point where like they didn't think we were going to continue to evolve, and we continue to surprise them. I'm like, holy shit! Wait a minute.
Yeah, but surprise them in an annoying way. Like if you have an ant farm and an ant gets out, you're like, oh shit, gotta close that up. Like that is how I mean. Honestly, my theory is just one of my favorite movies, Jupiter Ascending. That's literally my theory, and I think that's why so many people shit on that movie. Is because it's telling the truth. Like how we were saying earlier, whoever disses something, that's the truth. That's the closer to the truth we get. So that movie has been shit on. That's why I said alpha. That movie has been shit on so many times, has such bad reviews. But I think it's the only theory about aliens that I believe. Novelty, I feel it's like, oh, look at this tchotchke. I found this in
but I'm like, maybe they're
Barbados,
like like they you guys keep saying ants. There are different races of ants.
Yeah.
So they just have us like we're an ant farm.
Yeah.
And we could like, but here's the thing, we like the galaxies. We could be on someone's shelf in a marble.
Okay, Men in Black reference.
I'm saying though, it's the truth. We could be on someone's shelf in a marble, and it's like we're their ant farm, and they're just watching us, and they're like, let's see what we could do today to see, because I'm having fun with my ant farm today.
They did that. But I think, again, that was another smokescreen. Make people focus on the shitty acting of those people, and they won't even see the theory of everything.
That movie was sucked because it had too much shit in it.
Yes, to distract you from the message of what they were saying.
It had like too much shit in it.
The message was that the aliens look like people because we came from another planet. They effing took out the dinosaurs because, you know, if you put humans on there with dinosaurs, they would not coexist properly. So they took out the dinosaurs, planted a whole bunch of people so that when they get to a certain point, like in not mass, but like when they get to a point where they can't, like the planet can't sustain them anymore, then they harvest them. They harvest their souls, and then the aliens live forever again. You know? So they're basically space vampires. It's, again, all these things I'm saying, I don't actually like believe enough for me to like die on a hill for. Where I'm saying like our egos are too big. Obviously that's ego saying that. But
I just feel like
that's funny.
They're like,
what if they are the lizard people, Ken?
I just feel like they created something that's for entertainment value. And every now and again they come down and abduct people to study them, to see where we are, where we're evolving, how we're getting better. Okay? And then when if we start to get too much, they know how to silence us.
Hello.
Crash is here. What's up, Crash? It's good to see you, bud.
You know Crash?
Yeah, he's always in Mikey's stuff.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Menjo's is here.
Hopefully
they will never pull out the magnifying glass. I think they already have multiple times.
I just feel like they're watching us and like they're studying us for something. They could be harvesting us. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Like maybe when we die, it's because they're like, it's time to take that person's essence. We need to take that too. That's
well,
why.
they say the Greys work at the government too. I think the Greys and the lizard people work together again. But I don't know. I just don't trust anything. Everything's all.
I think they like what we built, so they come here on vacation. That's why they say they're like disguised as us, because they just come here.
Yeah, but also if you read the Bible, it says we'll make you in our image. And in Jupiter Ascending, they are humans. Humans are from where.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like lizard people be like, I want to go live like the humanoids, and it's like
no, the lizard people are probably the remnants of the dinosaurs, and that's why they don't like the people that took out the dinosaurs.
So they're trying to take us out.
So the lizards are, I don't know.
You're coming up with a movie right now, lady.
Well, I am basing it off my movie.
Those bunny.
That's so cute.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You have no fucking idea right now. The Greys are the lizard people. Alpha says.
I thought they were different because if you look at Jupiter Ascending, the lizard people are like gene experiments that the Greys do. They're kind of like their Greys as pets. Maybe alligators are the spawn of lizard people. Well, I mean, it's crazy how like lizards from the past are nowadays. Like, right, T-Rex they say are chickens now. We eat them.
Yeah.
It's like vice versa. But they say what alligators or sharks have never evolved. Sharks have never evolved.
They haven't had to.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the perfect killing machine. Apparently.
That's an episode of Star Trek Voyager. I need to watch that. I've only watched Next Generation. See.
I don't know. I just think that too many people have seen things. Too many people have claimed things.
It just disappears.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, I think so, but I think they're already here.
Pause.
They're just hanging out.
But
that's why I won't go to the Everglades.
That's the place that's on the West Coast, right?
It's in Florida.
Oh, really? Oh, we're talking about alligators.
Yeah, the Everglades. Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, I don't want to go anywhere where there's no solid ground.
Could you imagine
like all
if there was like a race of alligator
Professor
people?
X. No, it's Picard, Dan.
That look like just look like Killer Croc.
Well, that's lizard people.
That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary.
Well, this wasn't supposed to answer any questions. Just basically
create discussion. Yeah.
Yeah, and create discussion.
Yeah.
I was told a long time ago something was supposed to happen in 2030. Alpha by who?
Is it alien based? Did they say it was alien based?
Well, we got 4 more years until 2030. So.
Yeah. Well, hello there. Hello,
11.
What's up, bud?
There's so much to research. It's insane.
Oh, but it's good to be talking about this.
But
stuff.
also, I personally, this is all just speculation and just playing around with ideas, obviously. But like I said, I don't believe that we need to be so humble.
Yeah.
I don't believe that we're playthings or what. I don't know. I don't have a stance essentially. But the closest stance that I would stand on is like the concept of star seeds and light language and stuff like that, where certain people are reincarnated from other star systems. They're all benevolent for the most part, and like the people who believe they're Arcturian are like come here to like help with build new technology from the blueprint of where they were. So the concept of star seeds is not necessarily that like the other star systems had utopian planets. It's not true, but like at least higher societies. And the concept of star seeds is that people are reincarnated with the memories or the inclinations or tendencies toward the blueprint of other planets, and they're trying to bring down to Earth. Like I said, Arcturians as an example. I don't know. The info always changes. Is to like bring technology. Then the Pleiadians are like the soft people who are trying to bring like softness and compassion back to the world. Syrians are I don't remember, but there's a whole bunch of this. Shit, when is he supposed to leave office? How many years has it been already? 2028 he leaves, right?
think so, yeah.
Interesting. Politics is a whole distraction into itself. But
Bear 11 says aliens are 100% true.
I like that. You were in the military. Have you seen some stuff? Is that why you saying that? I'm just kidding. But
but I'm saying, like, there's so many whistleblowers now, and then they basically admitted there are things.
We don't know those whistleblowers personally, and they could have been hired for all we know. Oh, 100%. I think that's ever since the pandemic. To see people lose their actual minds on the internet because they couldn't get a haircut, because they couldn't leave the house, is mind-blowing.
Nobody just read. 2030, NASA's spaceship will be landing on Jupiter's moon.
That's cool.
COVID, not video. COVID, he said.
Wait, is it? Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's 100% what I think. The pandemic was literally just a test to see how well we take instructions, how well we'll alter our bodies out of fear, and what happens to us when we're locked in a room.
Do you think they're getting us used to skinny celebrities to get us used to skinny grays?
That was my idea. Yeah. That we're
a lot of them look like that.
And AI, because we're all trying to go away from being human. People don't want to be human anymore. They're like, oh, I don't want to do this and this, or people are more okay with the idea of downloading themselves to computers. Like the concept, that's why it says touch grass. And I saw something that said, oh, I went outside, there wasn't enough pixels. It's like the fact that we're making jokes like that is a serious issue. And my movie that I made years ago is unfortunately coming to fruition. And because it's so relevant, I'm going to play my video for everyone to see.
Do you hear what Chris said?
No.
Some people really feel like the slaves.
That is so true. Trust me, we drive for a living, and we effing. That's so. What did it say? No, never say anything well in the armor. Just believe in aliens. Nice. Let me find it.
It's just
I made this film in college. And it's scary that I was like, this is never going to happen. And it's kind of scary how close we're getting to it. Where is it?
So I think something's coming. We've had the longest, right, without a catastrophic thing. But I think the reason is because dinosaurs just got
I think longest without a catastrophic thing in the Western world, because people are getting tsunamis and shit in other countries.
Listen to what I'm about to say. This is what I'm talking about. The dinosaurs got to a point where there was no war, there was no fighting,
there was no one bigger than
them. They were just populating, and they were like, "This is boring." And now they're like, "Well, we don't have to throw a rock at this place because they're populating, controlling themselves with war and death and murders." And if it gets too out of hand, we'll throw a pandemic at them, take a bunch of them out. Or we'll hit them with a tsunami, just take a bunch of them out, and we'll just populate. We'll population control them so it doesn't get out of hand, so they don't wind up just like the dinosaurs. They just get to a point where there's nothing else they can do, and we have to reset it. I'm an armed guard, so I get it. Check out the latest 60-minute piece on that Atlas robot.
Okay, so you said it was on 60 Minutes, because I heard people saying that like the rumors of it being able to move on its own were just like hearsay conjecture. Oh, I could too. I would love it. I love the pandemic.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. Well, first of all, go back to that comment. People don't. There are people on this planet that believe humans are the only intelligent life on this planet. They don't believe animals are smart. They don't believe animals can feel, think, communicate like us. There's a lot of people like that. So we can't even think about it on our own planet, let alone space. You know?
Ken says something's on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. It's crazy. It's on YouTube. Alphared says also in 2030, time travelers are being sent back to warn us.
Yeah, that's isn't that when John Titor said he was from? Or was it
But I
2050 or
think
something?
they would be bored. I
That's
don't think
fun.
they do.
Change the channel. And
I
forget
don't
they
think they
had
do
the
because
Earth
I
and
don't think
everything.
I don't think we're just a TV show. I think we're just entertainment. I think they're creating us. They're trying to figure something out with us, and they want us to get to a point.
Thank you, Ken. I'll watch that definitely. Jesse Ventura had a show. I know. I love that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that girl.
Yeah. I watched that recently.
But I predicted COVID literally months before it happened, and I wrote it's in my movie and everything. I literally this is how crazy it was. October, what was it? 2018. I was getting ready to like find a job, right? Like one of my first jobs, and I'm like, oh well, if I work in the city, I'll need a mask, because I was thinking pollution.
Okay.
But when the pandemic happened, I already had a mask. And then also my video series in the same month, October. That's what I'm saying, but there's a lot of people like that. Like so many people like that. Yeah. Were they around Bear? Or were they like were they in the same vicinity as her? Like did they see it happen? Or did they just sense it from like afar? Like let me know, because that's interesting. But I did a short film series in the October before the pandemic happened, and it was about an outbreak from a lab that affected the whole town, and there was curfews, and everyone was terrified. But I had it as monsters. And then the main theory is that it escaped from a lab, and it was causing curfews and stuff like that. Okay, they're in the room, so yeah, they know. Dogs know. Every animal knows. It's just crazy. Like I was just reading in my book earlier, that it said there's animals that can see it other effing light frequencies. Animals that can survive in the deep ocean where the pressure is too strong for anything to survive. In boiling hot water, like thing that's shooting from the ocean floor, they survive in there. Like so many places, like there's parrots that can live in the effing volcano with poisonous gases. For some reason parrots are fine, but they're just chilling in there because nothing else can survive in there, so they have no effing threats because of all the poison gas, but somehow they're fine. Like there's things on this planet that can survive like crazy environments. So what makes you think there's nothing in space, you know? Anyway, let's watch my movie real quick, because this is what I had. What does it say? What year? 7 years ago. I can't math right now, but look what I put. Forewarned is forearmed, and the word oddment means a remnant or a part of something, typically left over from a larger piece or set. So he is one of the few. So the concept is, in the future, when we figure out how to unfreeze cryogenically frozen people. I had an interest in cryogenically being frozen. Anyway, so I studied so much about them. But I was like, people are just freezing themselves in the hope that their disease will get cured, that we'll even be able to unfreeze them properly. That's hysterical, roughshod. So I was thinking, when and if robots and everything is automated takes over, what's going to happen to the people who are frozen? So this is like saying, like, this is just what happens, or what could possibly happen when they like revive all the frozen people. Let me know if you can hear it. There's a part where I think he screams or something like that. So you hear it? I'm in this movie too. $25.73. Yeah.
Hello? Hello? Is anyone there?
Hello, Thomas.
Glad to see you are awake.
Who are you and where am I?
You are in a room here at Infinite Hospitals. Who I am is of no importance.
Why am I here?
You are the first cryogenically reanimated human patient in history.
Humans?
Yes, that is what you are.
Why did you say it like that? Like, robots came down and took over humans? Am I the only human left?
No, robots did not take over humans. Humans became androids over time due to necessity from extreme changes in the environment. You are the only human awake, Thomas. There are other cryogenically preserved humans. We chose you to be revived first.
Are you sure that I'm the only human besides the cryogenically frozen ones?
There might be if conspiracies of a small human rebellion known as the Biohorizon are true.
I never believed in any conspiracies.
Then think nothing more of it.
So why do you have me here? Sure it's not to have me sit in some little ass room. Why am I here?
We want you to make a choice. You can become fully android, or you can remain human.
God damn it.
What's the catch?
This room is the only place on Earth with oxygen. If you were to remain human, you would only be able to survive here for 5 hours.
And what about the androids? Tell me about that.
There are a few different ways to go about that. We will inform you of the ways once you have made your decision.
How am I supposed to? I don't know. I don't know.
The countdown begins now. You have 5 hours remaining.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hello?
So he has to decide whether or not he wants to be a robot.
Yeah, or die.
3 hours remaining.
But he can't survive outside the room. If he just
Please!
everything, robots live everywhere. So this is the one place that just has oxygen for the people that get revived, and they're hoping that you just decide to do it because you can't survive on Earth. It's not made for humans anymore. It's made for robots.
Does he pick a?
I don't think he gets to decide anything because oxygen is slowly fading out of the room too.
2 hours remaining. Have you made your decision yet?
I would have been like, yeah, turn me into a robot. Let's do it.
Have you made your decision yet, Thomas?
Yes, but he said that you can't live past the 5 hours.
45 minutes remaining,
So
Thomas.
it wouldn't matter.
Have you made your decision yet?
Right.
Did you hear my music?
Yeah. This was in 2018, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Here's my other cameo.
Can you hear us? Hello? Have you made your decision yet?
Look, there you are.
Yeah.
Human?
Yeah. Let's get him out of here.
Oh, this is the Resistance.
This is the Biohorizon.
Yeah, the Biohorizon.
We are the Biohorizon. We're here to save you. Come on. Free breathe out. Stay with us.
I take a new body.
Okay, look. I just start over to the next
Hello.
one.
Glad to see you are awake.
Thank you.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was an
Oh, I
interesting.
love this song. Okay,
This is for film school.
this was for the club.
Yeah. Okay. That
No,
was
this
good.
was not for film school. This was just my idea that I had. But every time I told someone to it, they're like, "This should be on TV."
That was good.
The
Yeah.
idea.
That was good.
But thank you. But thank you. See, back in my day, I was an effing.
You had talent. Kid.
Oh no, not this one. I think the sequel to this one was for my Shakespeare final class.
I think I like the song too.
Anyway, my point was that
if I had robot ears.
I'm hoping. Well, this is my theory. Look at my old outro.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway,
Did you get that from one of those sites?
the outro, yeah.
Yeah.
But I hired someone to make the logo. But my that was what someone said about the back pain.
Okay, yeah, I can.
I think that's part of the whole thing. Like, I think they want us to just download us, become robots, whatever, right? Because then they control the cloud. Right now, we still have free will in our human bodies, but if we're all downloaded, we're just at the whimsy of the cloud and the algorithm that they could control. So that's why they want us all to eventually download ourselves. That's why they want to capture our faces, our voices with apps and Snapchat and TikTok and all that stuff, because they could just create virtual uses without our consent. I'm not done talking. And then they poison us, make exercise shitty, like make our physical bodies hurt, so that we were like, you know what, I really don't care. Like how we said, get me a new body. I don't care. Yes, yeah, because they forced you to making the choice that they want.
What if that's what the aliens want? They want us to figure out a way to live forever. Well, so they have a bunch of planets. They're watching.
Look at the Bible. Everyone lived way past 100, way past 200.
Well, what I'm saying is they're watching everybody. They have a bunch of us, bunch of planets. There's just different races, and they're trying to see who could figure out eternal life first.
All your theories are the same. Or they're just wanting us to figure.
Hey, they're just watching us. I think they're watching us for a reason. Is what I'm getting at.
AI got to 3D print us.
Hey, you see how she talks to me?
I'm literally, it's so hard for me to come up with concepts in my mind and then to be able to speak it out for ways for people to understand. So when you interrupt me, it's like a kid building a block castle and someone just comes and
knocks it over.
Yeah. That's how it happens when people interrupt me when I'm trying to talk. I don't get it. I'm not fast.
That was funny. She's not done talking. Yeah, she's not done talking.
But yeah, so the point of that movie was to hope that people, because I always thought like there will be hippies and shit that won't want to do it, and like the whole touch grass thing, and people are like,
yeah, but like
they don't want to go outside. Look at kids today; they don't want to go outside.
Like your movie said though, like you have 5 hours to choose.
Yeah, but then the Biohorizon comes and tries to build.
But in the real world, Biohorizon won't exist.
I'm saying it will, because there'll be people like me and people who will say touch grass, and how I think it will be the pagans. All the nature-loving hippies will be like, no, this is our planet.
We want to be a part of Mother Earth.
Exactly.
We don't want to be metal.
Exactly.
Like that.
We don't want to be metal, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's because there has been a campaign, a secret subconscious campaign against being human for a very long time, and I think that's what all these weird celebrities, why they're looking crazy, and why Ozempic's cool and all that shit is more like prevalent, is because, and like the whole, even to the transgender thing too, where they want the body and they want like physicality to just be so malleable, like gender, transgender, you can just change it, just like this doesn't matter. Blah blah, so that the body is not as sacred and to us anymore.
Yeah.
So that was aliens cool. Oh yeah, robots fine. That was my point. And then you're gonna poison the earth so much, so that'd be like you're forcing everyone's hand to becoming a robot or alien or whatever. Yeah, whales it's funny because they say whales and dolphins come from the star system Sirius. So people who are Syrians, not the not the country, Sirius, like the dog constellation. They say that those people are usually drawn to whales and dolphins and water the most, because the planets in the Sirius constellation have a lot of water.
So they're just
and they say that dolphins and whales are aliens from
those planets.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, we're a giant rainforest vivarium, and some weird fucking Filipino dude is watching us through a screen. That's what I think. And I think they're just trying to see what we can do, how what we can achieve.
Oh, Ken, I'm having new metal installed in a few days. Cyborg.
Because they're like, if these.
See, that's where it starts, Ken.
Think about it. I want you to just be with me for a second, right? There are two aliens watching us on a screen or through some plate glass, right? And they're eating their
alien food,
alien chip food, yeah, right? And one guy turns around and goes, what if they figure out eternal life and they meld with robots right now? And the other one goes, let's see. And they're just watching.
That's the Garden of Eden.
That's what I think is happening.
Because Eve was like, oh, the snake was like, yo, you could live forever. Or no, you'll know everything. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
No, but like you're saying that about the Garden of Eden.
Filipino boy tops of crayon glass.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But
I'm only going by Aunt's Canada. She knew what I was going with.
Yeah.
She knew exactly what I was talking about.
But in like the snake said, oh, you could know everything. You could be like God if you eat this one. But then when all that happened, there was God put an angel with a flaming sword at the tree of eternal life, so they can't get to that one. So, but again, even in the Bible, it's saying like, oh, they're controlling how.
Now, what was the Book of Enoch?
That just says where the Watchers came down and bred with human women and made it like a half race of Nephilim, which are fallen angels, people say usually, and they are the ones that taught us makeup, war, how to do other stuff, like the basic skills we know now. They supposedly taught us, so they're saying that that's like angels, fallen angels taught us all that shit.
Yeah. What's up, Woody?
Nice. Well, actually, Woody, I went for 1 hour and 30 on this one. So I'm gonna end this one. But my brother.
The fallen took the women, gave birth to a race of giants.
They say giants, like as in physically giants, but a lot of people are thinking they just mean like giants in like
just like
metaphorical
Vikings
way. No, not even physically.
Oh, okay.
Like just a metaphorical way, like where they knew things, like skills and stuff that they didn't know before.
Oh, so it was like an evolution of the human race, essentially.
Yeah,
and
because technically, if you go by that, I think we are that race now.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, thank you, Woody. How'd you know what I was going to say? I was going to say that I was going to make a members-only video.
I hear whistling. The goblins whistle?
Only when they're calling other goblins.
I completely forgot about my job. But yes, thank you.
Enoch is one of the many books
yeah.
left out of the Bible.
No, but as I was saying.
Oh, yeah, but
thank you, Woody. But I was going to do... I know, Woody, you don't like video games, but it's an online game. But anyway, randomly, I had the thought that I wanted to play my old favorite games, like online games.
Oh, look at this.
My God, JMK.
Oh, sons of bitches.
Play it again.
I hear whistling. The goblins whistle?
Only when they're calling other goblins.
Goblin gang is growing.
Yeah, damn right it is.
Oh, Noah. The Noah happened after that, Dan?
Stop copying my...
I got memberships again not too long ago.
Yeah.
But I have an idea for... I didn't know that. I didn't know that was after. I thought that was before.
I just have a feeling that they're watching us because they want to see... They want us to achieve something that they can't. So they want to do it.
Well, yeah. Isn't that why people have children?
That's what I'm saying.
But anyway.
Justin Booth, hold on. Justin Booth said something that I had to let through, so it didn't come through here.
That's happening too much. I gotta like lessen
we're
I see it now.
Protesting anal probes. So there you go. We say no anal probes.
Because it said, first of all, my YouTube is taking anal out. No, we gotta fix that. You gotta let that shit through.
Yeah. Yeah, all the Nephilim are supposed to be wiped out by the flood. Oh, so that's why he put everybody on the boat, and he took the people, a couple people.
Yeah, just his family.
Yeah, because he's like, we're gonna restart the world. They gotta take out the Nephilim.
Yeah.
That's
okay,
crazy.
that makes sense now. What, he didn't like them either?
Yeah.
Come on, who sent Nephilim then? That's gross. But I think that's enough discussion for today on this topic because it's a lot of more questions and answers, obviously.
Is this gonna be an every Saturday thing? Because I enjoy this.
Yeah, into Shadows is gonna be every Saturday.
Right.
I prefer Saturday because it's midnight and I don't care. It's almost 1 a.m. I don't care because I don't have work. But it can't be. What was it? Friday was supposed to be. So I'm too.
Yeah, but that's fine because I can just do the truck streams on Friday when I get because I'm gonna get my computer back, obviously, within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, Nephilim is Sasquatch. That's a whole other thing.
So you can say I'm down for this.
Devil, yeah.
Saturday discussions, late night at 11, 15.
Well, yeah, I like getting philosophical and stuff.
Yeah.
But as I was saying before, right before, something awesome happened. That I asked my brother. You know that feeling you guys obviously do because you collect toys, but you know that feeling of like nostalgia, like just a happy nostalgia bubble that just bubbles up inside from something.
Yeah.
So I just got that. Well, my brother, I said there were online games for my favorite like cartoons. There was a Kim Possible game where you would snowboard down a mountain. There was a Teen Titans game where you just fight. The Teen Titans characters would just fight. And then there was a Dragon Booster game where you would just race the dragons. So I asked my brother, is there any way to like, because they have like Internet Archive.
I love you.
I love you. Why? What happened?
See.
And
Justin Booth, Ken the Band, Sam, Virgo Cool, 6'10" Yojo Daddy.
Oh my God.
There you go.
I hear whistling. Do goblins whistle?
Only when they're calling other goblins.
Oh my God, thank you, baby.
Very welcome. And you're welcome to anybody
Yeah.
who got the membership.
Oh, Rough Shed, that's awesome.
You're very welcome, Justin. Justin Booth got one too, buddy.
But anyway, it's good that everyone's becoming members because I'm making this a member-only video after this, right? Like right after
Very
that.
welcome.
He actually was able to find me one game. So
Which one?
it's the Kim Possible one. It's my least favorite, but it's still one of my favorite
What was your
games.
favorite? Which one did you really want?
The Teen Titans or the Dragon Booster. Dragon Booster was more good in theory because actually he might have gave me the Dragon Booster one too. But it was mainly Teen Titans I would love to play because it was always at school when I had to wait for my parents to pick me up, and then the other kids got to play it on the computer, and I never got a chance because they were always I got picked up before they stopped playing.
What was the system you played it on?
It was not a system. It was on the website of the cartoon, so it would be like Disney Channel / Kim Possible.
Okay.
And then you go play that, or it'd be like what was
Thank
Teen
you, Crash.
Titans on what
Appreciate
channel?
you. Crash subscribe to you.
Thank you. Like whatever channel was.
Teen
all the
Titan was on
channels,
Cartoon Network.
Like CartoonNetwork.com / Teen Titans or whatever.
Okay.
That's how you play these awesome games.
Okay.
So they were Flash games.
I remember those back then.
Yeah. So my brother's like Flash like died. So and they weren't true Flash games. So it wasn't Flashpoint or whatever. So let me just quickly before I tell you all a lie right now, I'm just gonna double check to make sure this game works.
What's the sitch?
Yeah. No, it's actually the naked mole rat is snowboarding down a mountain. So if that doesn't work, because I told all of you guys that I'm gonna have a members only gaming thing, if that doesn't work, I'll be playing another game. Just for a bit, maybe an hour or so, if that long. Because I honestly have it open, but it didn't like load fully yet, so I don't know if it'll work enough to stream it.
Yeah.
So before I like make a promise of like we're gonna play old
Well,
Flash
I will
games,
say this:
we'll play something.
I am getting once I get my computer back, I'm getting emulators put into it.
Yeah.
So that I could play old Sega Genesis games.
That's
and things of that nature. So maybe we can find stuff that you can play on your thing because I'm going to do the same thing. It's going to be members only. It's going to be retro gaming night.
Oh, yeah,
I told you that.
Yeah.
Where it's going to be, look at this. Crash just joined your Goblin Squad too.
What?
Yeah, look at that. Crash.
Play the thingy.
I got you.
I hear whistling. Do goblins whistle?
Only when they're calling other goblins.
Thank you guys.
Very welcome.
But yeah.
Welcome.
Oh, I also made that cute video of us members only.
Okay, yes, thank you.
So you guys can see a cute video with us.
My wife posted our wedding video to members only. So if you're a member to her channel, you'll be able to watch it.
I edited it.
She put it together, yeah.
Please comment if you cried. Because we cried so many times.
I can't watch it. I can't watch it. It fucks me up.
But yeah, so give me like, I don't know, 15 or so minutes, possibly less, possibly more, to set up the members only stream right after this. But I'm gonna play one of my other drops. I don't know. I haven't assigned this drop to anything yet.
Making bank, biatch.
Thank you, Woody. Yes. I haven't assigned this drop, so I'm just gonna play it randomly. I'm probably gonna copy Shane right now, where I just end it, then I show the drop, and then I just end. Like I say bye, I show the clip, and then I end it because until I figure out where to put this thing. But it's one of my favorite things. So hold on, let me get my shit set up first.
He said, "You see, Ken?
What?
Naked Mole Ran was my station."
I saw that. Let me put my outro music. So you know it's over.
This was a good subject to talk about, Daniel.
Oh, thank
like I said, every Saturday.
It was his idea.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. She said, no one's going to care about this. I said, yes, just talk. You know, no, we're not going to sit here and talk about Bob Lazar for fucking 3 hours, but he's just the jumping off point into UFOs and aliens and if they exist.
That's my idea of him and of his crazy from the concept to now.
Well, I'm a cryptid anyway.
Okay, so I have to be quick. I'll remove you first, then me. Then I'll play my thing. Then we'll end it.
Right.
Then I'll have the member talk. Okay, that's it.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
But I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.